teammates know firsthand what an impact he makes, David. Thank you. And with the All-Star game coming up, Chris, the length of the break has grown considerably since you played.
Oh, I love it. You need those extra days. You want to make sure guys give their all at the All-Star game and engage with the fans, have fun. And so to make sure they do that, you got to give them just a little bit more time in that space. So I love that the NBA was considerate enough to the players to give them that little bit of extra rest to make that playoff push.
On defense, the Warriors, they're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
I mean, you're right. A lot of wide open spaces. They were running around undefended all night.
Durant, that's good.
Is what makes him one of the best in the game.
Wade kicks to Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez. Curry passes to Thompson. Some nice passing by Golden State. Count that, but
to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
McGee dishes to Curry. Right through the D.
Looks like he has the situation under control.
Rondo kicks to Mirotic. Good. Here's Butler. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Excellent D to force that miss there. That took real courage to risk being on the poster, being he's one of the best.
You have to feel good knowing that he's one of the cornerstones of your franchise.
Thompson inside the line. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. That he shows up big when games mean the most. His team might not always win when the lights are the brightest, but he is still at his very best.
You are so right. Whenever he is on the national stage, it seems that is when he drops 40 and 10. And while some stars can wilt or vanish in big games, Durant just seems to flourish.
Green kicks to Durant. He gives them a double-digit lead.
The effort both teams were putting forth.
Yeah, you have to make the effort to gain position. Keep position. Go harder after rebounds. None of that was happening.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls.
To the paint and stolen by Butler. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. Certainly one thing that you just love watching when the Warriors play is their passing.
Well, and those assists aren't just. It helps that the Warriors have great passers at pretty much every position on the floor and off the bench. Not only is this entertaining basketball, but it is effective basketball, as evidenced by their record.
Here's Curry, the dish to McGee. Thompson from long range. Tries again. The shot's good from McGee.
This game so far, dominant performance all around from him.
Lopez. And Lopez.
Do like that style of play now. There are times for ISOs when you look at a guy like Melo or Durant, or you look at a guy like Curry or Thompson, or you look at a guy like players in the NBA, in my opinion, that should be given the freedom to go to work on an ISO.
Great way to put it. And that one's good. Great D that time from Iguodala.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
It was the #1 option on an offense. You have to give him credit for accepting the smaller role to be part of something special with this team.
6th and 7th free throws in the game. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Warriors leading by 9. Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer. That's in, coming off. Grant outside. And the dunk by Grant.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
He's one of the most humble superstars by far. It resonates throughout the locker room. But on the court, he has some swag.
And his character, just one more thing people appreciate. Thank you, David. It's good from long range. Moving on from this game, they're scheduled to take on the Lakers at the Staples Center. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Here's Clark. 11 feet out, and he hits it. 6 points for him. It's rebounded by Carter Williams.
Even though he's struggling with the shot, it hasn't stopped his team from getting in front and maintaining this.
Poked away. Back to Curry. Run deep. The long distance.
One of the keys is patience. I mean, you have to have patience. Move the ball side to side so that you can move and play it.
Chris, just how smooth he can be with the media.
And you can't downplay how much that means to a team. With the Warriors, Kerr provides them a buffer for criticism.
Grant the pass to Mirotic. McGee with the block. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. And Green slams it in.
First step of Draymond is just a wonderful equalizer.
count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut to just 9.
All over the place, forcing turnovers and applying terrific ball pressure.
Cold start to this game for him. A lot of his shots have been off.
I mean, his focus on the court is a big part of why he is so consistent game to game.
Rebound by the Bulls. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season. And that one, good. Outside Curry. Inside, Green. And a great assist by Curry. Bulls trail by 11. Here's Grant. Whoa!
They have to be happy at least with how they set it up. Most of the time, that's a sure make.
Here's Pachulia, and the rebound paying off.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Wade. It drops for his second made shot of the Laverne. He's checked in for Portis. Morrow comes in for Mirotic, and Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Dwayne Wade. And they pick up 2.
Their offensive execution.
It's tipped. A finish, and Laverne throws it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick...
Great defensive play, triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hand.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the first half. Shots good by Laverne.
Thanks very much, Draymond. Of course, not unusual to see you going up against bigger players. So how do you take advantage of that offensively?
I mean, you just got to take advantage of mismatches. You know, most of the time there's a big guy on me. If not, there's usually somebody trying to switch off. And I just got to know when to pop and just take advantage of the mismatches.
You've done just that in the first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Power forward with Lopez in the middle. T-Wade out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Butler in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Thompson with the bucket. Now here's Rondo. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And that one is good.
Wow, well, growing up, I mean, it's very simple. My favorite players are the players that I modeled my game after. You know, as a big fan to be a great passer, so I looked at Magic and Larry Bird for those areas. I wanted to score, and so I looked at Larry Bird and Dominique in those areas. You know, Hakeem Olajuwon, Charles Barkley. So, you know, that's the great part about basketball. You know, we see.
Here is Durant. He's got 11. A picture-perfect screenplay.
And when Durant is looking to score off the catch like that, there isn't a lot you can do as a defender.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is...
If he had more of a consistent outside jump shot.
In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Wade. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
He'll even occasionally take a 3 to keep someone honest on defense. But he knows he's at his best when he is cutting into the middle of the defense and making a play.
The feed to Laverne. Passes it to Payne. A 3-ball. Nice shot by Portis. Grant, he's checked in for the Bulls. West is checked in for the Warriors. Basket counts. Picked by West. Shot to stop the drought, and the shot is good. The Chicago lead. The Warriors shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Curry passes to Durant. There's the triple. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Here's Portis, defended by Durant. Shoots from the elbow. Misses off the right iron.
That was just textbook defense. As soon as he caught the ball, the D surrounded him.
For the tie, another 3 for Golden State. He dishes it to Payne. The pass to Portis. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And the dunk by Grant. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Outside Curry. And another 3 for Golden State.
Well, his strong shooting from the first half has carried over into this second.
Here's Payne. Yep, it counts. But that last one here tonight kicks it to Curry. On the wing, Thompson. He's covered by Grant. Thompson with the bucket. Bulls trail by 3. Sends the pass to Laverne. And a great assist by Carter Williams. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Hey, we've been really solid. Everybody's been really solid, and that's great. Now let's take it a step a little bit higher, a little further defensively in particular.
Here's Butler. Shakes off the strong, deep. Warriors have gone 0 of 6 in the fourth quarter. A disastrous start to the period. Durant for three. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
He is taking smart shots out there and knocking them down. Outstanding work from the three-point line so far.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
Oh, yeah, and as a big man, you need such an aggressive move. That's the tone that you want to set, the attitude.
Warriors leading by 3. The dish to Curry. He feeds it to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
And he's good on the 3 ball. Warriors leading by 6. Thompson in the corner. Launches a 3. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
Really fueling this run.
Payne can't hit. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. Lets the 3 fly. And another 3 for Golden State.
I promise you, we've got to get after it. We'll see how his team responds.
Curry kicks to McGee. And it's good. Up through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. 15-point game. Pass to Lopez. To the right side. The 3. Nice shot by Portis. Lopez has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And the basket by Wade.
On the opposite side of the floor this half, but he just can't buy a bucket.
Portis, the pass to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez. Butler against Durant. He kicks it to McGee. Now the feed to Green. It's good. Now he's shooting. Durant against Butler. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Butler. Goes up and slam dunk by Butler.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up.
Of their abilities right now on offense. A scary place to be in if you're the deep.
And stolen by Payne. And Wade slams it in. Back to Butler. Here's Portis. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
It's contagious.
Thompson for the triple. And it's Thompson again missing.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Wade against Thompson. And again, it's Dwayne Wade.
He can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
They double him with Butler. For 3, Durant. They get it again. McGee's shot is off.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
That's what I'm talking about. That's just picture-perfect defense there. Really stifled this man and gave him no chance at a clean look.
Yeah, easy call.
So it's the Warriors now. They trail by 3. Wade kicks the Butler. Lets it go from deep. That's good for Mirotic on the assist by Butler. And it's 9 points for Nikola Mirotic. 1:35 left here in the fourth quarter. On its way from Curry for 2. And the Warriors get it back. Lopez with the block. Here's Butler. Pass to Mirotic. The 3. And it's Curry with the rebound.
Time definitely not on their side.
Well, look, you know the scouting report. When they get room to pull the trigger from there, they can be lethal. The defense simply can't let them get clean looks from outside.
Now Rondo feeds it to Lopez. And there's the pass to Mirotic. Here's Wade. That's JaVale McGee with the rebound.
Oh, he couldn't have asked for a better look there. He just didn't get it to go.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Rondo. Wade outside. Shot clock at 5. Goes up the baseline. That shot off. Good D by Thompson. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
A three-pointer would be huge right now.
If they can get a relatively open look from the perimeter, I say take it.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. He hits the first one. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. 11 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Well, the game is on the line. Who would you rather go to than Steph Curry? Who?
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul there stops the clock. He drops the first one. And so both free throws are good. And it's a three-point game.
Gut check time. Increases the lead to 3. Just have to guard against the deep ball.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game.
Thanks, Kevin. Dwayne, you guys got out-rebounded on the glass tonight, but how did you overcome that to get the win?
Well, first of all, that's an unbelievable rebounding team. So they're very good. I think we made up for it with our energy. We had some steals, deflections that kind of made up for the out-rebounding.
There's more than one way to skin a cat, and you found it tonight, Dwayne. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.